Hello everybody and welcome back to Madden 2005. We are here getting towards the end of the season here in our last few games, our last most important games of the season, as we discussed in the previous video, considering our race to the playoffs here, or rather race just to stay above 500. We currently have one of the most important games of the season here going up against, I believe still, the current leader in the AFC South division, the 8-5 Tennessee Titans, but it is a close race in the South. I believe the Colts and the Jaguars, who we also play, the Jaguars, who we play the last game of the season, are still in the race. I think the Jags are sitting where we are at about 7-6, and the Colts, I think, are also 9-5, or 8-5, potentially. But sitting on the outside looking in the AFC playoff picture, which we looked at the end of the last video, and we will also take a look at the end of this one as well. But this is an important game here, obviously. If we want to keep our playoff hopes alive, we're playing against three teams that are potentially, fighting for playoff spots. The Chiefs are obviously in the driver's seat for the AFC West, and then we are, of course, playing the Titans, who, as I just stated, are in the driver's seat for the South. And then the Jaguars currently sit in front of us. They also need a lot of things to go their way mathematically, like we do, but they sit above us, so they need a little bit less than we do. If the Jaguars have like a 2% chance, we have a 1% chance. That's basically how you can look at it. So we don't have a ton of great chances either, just in general, just to get that out of the way. We're kind of really grasping at straws here in terms of making it to the postseason, but it's more so because the AFC is just so loaded in the middle rather than being top and bottom, unlike, other years. So it's going to be tougher for us to get a spot at the table here, but we're going to try, and a big win today would really help, and we're already doing everything we can with Rich Gannon finding Jerry Rice across the middle, and it's a foot race to the end zone that Jerry Rice is going to win because, hey man, the old guy's still got a little bit of gas, a little bit of juice left in them shoes, and it's a humongous offensive pickup here for the Raiders offense as Gannon was able to just hit Jerry. And I mean, I've mentioned it every time we see something happen with Jerry Rice, but we haven't seen an awful lot of them so far this season because of injury at the beginning of the year and just production, just where he sits on the depth chart. But here he is impacting the game in a major way early on. So we're going to take a 7-0 lead over the Titans. So fast forward later in the quarter here, Steve McNair is going to drop back well past midfield. The Titans are moving moving through the air actually, and that pass is going to be completed for a first down. So just under 2 minutes left to go. Cut to a 3rd and 7. It's going to be a pitch play to Chris Brown, the young Chris Brown, who is going to pick up the first. So a huge breakdown from our defense to allow that 3rd down to get converted. Man, that was a really, really bad play to allow to get converted. But fast forward to a 3rd and goal. Our defense trying to keep Tennessee out of the end zone, but Steve McNair is going to keep the ball himself and dive forward into the end zone grass to get the Titans on the board and answer back to our early touchdown. So the first quarter is going to come to a close with both teams striking the scoreboard at least once, and we might be in for another back and forth depending on how this game transpires offensively. So fast forward to a 3rd and 8 here with the Raiders on offense and Gannon another deep shot downfield, and that one's going to get caught, I believe, by Jerry Porter. I think that's Jerry Porter's side, and it is Jerry Porter. So Jerry Porter, I have said more than enough good things about Jerry Porter. I can't keep gushing about him, but a couple days later here, Gannon dropping back here, rolls out to his right and fires to the other side of the field, and that one is going to be caught by Teo Johnson, the tight end, for a first or close to a first down. So 2nd and 2, again, is going to drop back here. Now in the red zone and all alone towards the middle of the field is Jerry Porter once again. A bit of a dangerous pass in the middle of the field, but it is caught for a 1st and goal now. So with goal to go here, we're going to hand this one off to Justin Fargas, who's got plenty of room in the middle of the line of scrimmage here to get into the end zone for another Raiders touchdown. So we finally answer back here to the Titans early on enough in the second quarter here, leaving plenty of time for stuff to still happen. But we are moving the ball offensively very well. Not something we've struggled doing all year. So, and Tennessee is answering back here as they're going to get inside the red zone with that pickup through the air. And it's Derek Mason who makes the catch, but Derek Mason's going to get injured on this play. And I believe he would come back. I think he is okay, but he does get injured on this play. But not for getting the first down for the Titans. So 1st and 10 here. They're going to hand it off to Chris Brown. And Chris Brown's got plenty of space here. Shakes off a tackle. And then he's finally brought down by Gibson, the strong safety, but not before picking up the first down. So, and Eddie George is still on the roster for the Titans. He's actually better than Chris Brown is, but I guess the depth chart just starts Chris Brown over Eddie George for some reason, so we're probably not going to see him. But it's fine because Chris Brown is still producing on the ground as he gets into the end zone for another Titans touchdown here. And the Titans relying on that running attack here, especially on this second scoring drive, and to tie things up here at 14. So just under 3 minutes left in the first half. Gannon fires one to the left side of the field, and again, it wouldn't be a Rich Gannon started game without an interception. It's funny, I've been saying the same thing about Tim Lewis in the Alabama series. It's the same situation here with Rich Gannon. I don't know, man. I think I mentioned that in the last video too, but it just keeps on happening. So late in the first half, just under the 2-minute warning here, and Tennessee's going to finally start moving with a little bit of tempo as they get a first down to get inside the red zone at about the Oakland 19, and Steve McNair is going to keep the boys moving with a little bit of speed here, try and catch the defense lacking here, and Steve McNair under some pressure, but he does fire it off and gets it out there quickly enough, and I'm not sure who caught that ball. I think it might have been Drew Bennett potentially, but Tennessee's going to line up again at about the 3-yard line, and McNair taking the snap and shotgun, fires it off to the other side of the field, and that one is caught for a 2-yard touchdown, and there is Drew Bennett. He catches it on that side, so I'm not sure who was on the other side who caught the last pass, but Drew Bennett catches the touchdown pass to give Tennessee the lead here over us late in the first half. So, but Tennessee gets the ball again as we go 3 and out, and so Tennessee's going to have another opportunity here with just 30 seconds left to go to maybe get even more points in this game here, as Tyrone Calico gets the catch there to get the Titans at least in field goal range. They're going to bring out their kicker to try and nail it through, and he does just that. So Tennessee's going to extend to a 10-point lead, actually, before the first half can come to a conclusion, which it does. So 24-14 is going to be your score. The turnover gave Tennessee the lead, but then, the offensive stagnation here late in the half further added to that. So we find ourselves in a little bit of a hole here in the second half, and Chris Brown's going to further make matters worse as he gets some open space, and he is off to the races here. No one, again, going to win this foot race. He's showboating all the way to the end zone, and he is going to score for Tennessee. So this Tennessee rushing attack, man, look at this. He's got 4 touchdowns in his career and 700 yards, and I swear to God, we've seen half of those in this game alone in just the first half of this game. We've already seen half of his touchdown total in his career. So, and yeah, I mean, this is just brutal, man. Brutal stuff. Now we find ourselves down in quite the hole here, down 31-14. But on the ensuing kickoff now, we're going to view some special teams plays in this game here. And Chris Cole is going to return this one here, breaks a tackle, and now he surges up the left side here. And he's got some open space here, and he's got one man to beat. He's going to make a dive for the tackle, and he's not going to get there. And Chris Cole is going to be off to the races for a kickoff return. I don't think we've seen a kickoff return so far in this game, have we? We might have seen a punt return. I don't know. Chris Cole's been pretty good at returning kicks. He's very fast. He's, I think his average is also relatively high, I guess, for what you expected of a kick returner. But right here, I mean, the seas just part. Everyone just kind of vanished, and Chris Cole finds himself into the end zone for a Raiders touchdown. That's going to give us a huge boost of momentum here to at least get back into this game now, back down 10 points. And Steve McNair is going to get sacked here trying to run for his life under some pressure on 3rd down, and that's going to bring a 4th down for the Titans, and they're going to have to give us the ball back, after a field goal attempt, that is. And so a long field goal attempt, the kick is up, and this one is no good as it doinks off of the left upright. So Tennessee, I got confused. I forgot Tennessee was across the 50, so they were able to at least take a field goal chance here, and it was a good opportunity. Plenty of leg here, just pushed it wide left as that one hits off of the upright. So the lead's going to remain at 10 points. And now we're moving across the 50 here. And Gannon finds Jerry Porter on the left side once again to get the Raiders inside the red zone once again for I don't know what, the 5th time today. So, cut to a 3rd and 12, though, some negative plays, and now Gannon needs to pick up the first, fires it across the middle, and that pass to Jerry Rice cannot be completed as he drops it here after some contact upon the catch. So, bring out Janikowski here. We do need 3 points at some point. We're going to get it right here off of Janikowski's leg. So, cut the lead back down to 7 points as we finally climb our way at least back within 1 possession of the Titans. So, cut to a 3rd and 5 here at about their own 30, and Steve McNair throws an interception. This one's heading the other way, and it's Nnamdi Asomugha. He's going to start showboating well before the goal line. Steve McNair was like a yard behind him. I don't know what on earth he was doing. Nnamdi Asomugha, I mean, he's the young kid, so maybe he's got a little bit to learn here, but picks off this pass here intended for Tyrone Calico and heading the other way here. And look at this, just going to start show. I mean, what are you doing, dude? What are you doing? That's going to be on SportsCenter Not So Top 10. It's got to be. So, cut to a 1st and goal, though, so as long as we can score, it's not going to really matter. And this pass across the middle, it's going to end up coming out of the end zone, but Tim Brown does catch it in the end zone, so they're going to give us the touchdown there. I guess that one will probably have to come down to review in real life, but they're just going to give it to us. So, we we finally managed to tie the game over the course of the third quarter, man. So we were down 24-14 heading into halftime, and now we are all tied up at 31 apiece. So very, very eventful third quarter here with some turnovers involved. So, but Tennessee finally moving the ball here on offense, and it's going to be a huge pickup to get Tennessee inside of the red zone, as McNear, kind of an awkward stance in the pocket here, but he does find an open receiver. And I think that might have been Derek Mason's side, so he might still be out of the game. I'm not sure. But cut to a 3rd and 2 now, and it's going to be a handoff to Chris Brown, and he finds some open space up the middle and falls forward into the end zone for another Titans touchdown. And we just cannot seem to stop the run, which we've talked about it before, man. It's a consistent theme that if we can't stop the run, it's going to make winning very, very difficult. But as long as our passing game remains effective, we can still put ourselves in a position to win, but not if Rich Gannon's doing things like this, and this one's heading the other way, and I think it's Zach Crockett, the fullback, who was able to chase down that interception, but Rich Gannon throws a second very costly interception. That one might be too much to come back from, depending on whether or not Tennessee can capitalize and add some points on this drive, and it's a huge pickup to Tyrone Calico across the middle, as Nnamdi Asomugha unable to separate or break up that pass here. So cut to a goal-to-go situation. It's now 3rd and goal for the Titans. Steve McNear floats this one to the corner of the end zone, and that one is caught by Drew Bennett. I wasn't sure if his feet had came down in bounds, but it looks like they might have. At least the game decided that he did. So that is going to be the ruling that's on the field that we're going to have to abide by. So Tennessee takes a 14-point lead, and now we're on offense once again. We need to answer back as quickly as possible. Gannon finds Tim Brown across the middle for a first down, a little bit more to get us inside the red zone. So we are giving ourselves a little bit of a chance here, but under 3 minutes, we have to move a lot faster than this. So cut to a 2nd and 10. Gannon's going to drop back again here, throws it right across the middle, and it's Jerry Rice again with another completion across the middle of the field. He's going to get brought down at about the 1-yard line. So if we can punch it in here and save some time here before the 2-minute warning, we might be okay. We're going to hand this one off to Justin Fargas, and he's going to dive forward into the end zone, not going to leave any shadow of a doubt, protect the football, and he's going to get into the end zone to get us back within 7. But we are going to need to get the ball back from Tennessee, if at all possible. I don't even think we attempted the onside kick. So cut to a 2nd and 5. It's Washington, bro. Oh my goodness. An encroachment penalty is going to give Tennessee an automatic first down here, and now they're going to be able to kill some time, and Chris Brown gets a first down on the very next play. So that's going to kill off the remainder of our timeouts here, and the Titans are going to be able to take victory formation and win this game 45-38. So a humongous, costly encroachment penalty from one of our best defensive players. I'm pretty sure he's even selected to a Pro Bowl, our defensive tackle. I don't even know how. Oh my gosh, man, you know not to jump off sides. We're in that position, man. That's got to be coaching 101. But I forgot to look at the stats after the game. I just went to end game. My mistake, but here's a look at the playoff picture here. The Bengals still hold the 1 seed leading the North. The Titans now in the 2 seed holding control of the South. The Chiefs in the 3rd seed holding over the West. And the Colts are listed 4th here, but the Dolphins would probably be your 4th seed leading the East. And then the Colts and Chargers would be your wild cards with the Ravens on the outside. Now the Jets have thrown their hat into the ring. The Jaguars are the 9, and we are all the way down to the 10. So I think mathematically there is still potentially a chance, but I mean, dude, we're talking like 0.001. So in the next video here, we're going to go over this game with the Chiefs here, because the AFC West is also still on the table. We could still win the AFC West if we win out our last 2 games, but we need to beat the Chiefs first. So come back when we play the Chiefs.